Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you the 0 to 3 month baby / infant products that I wish I would have had while my son Hugo was an infant. In case you didn't know, my son now is 6 months old, and I can look back and think about some products that I either have now that I wish I would have had back then, or products that I've seen now and wish that they would have just been a part of either my registry or I would have just purchased back then that would have made my life probably a little bit easier. The first one is the Bumbo floor seat. We registered for the Bumbo, but we ended up getting the, I think it was like the 6 month plus or the 3 to 6 month one, where it doesn't provide quite as much support. The original Bumbo floor seat is made to provide a little bit more support for babies so that you can put a baby in it who is unable to sit up unassisted on their own. I found a lot when Hugo was an infant that I kind of obsessed with him getting a flat head, and I was really nervous about that. And besides the fact that he just never wanted to be put down, I was always looking for ways that he could sit up assisted. And this is one of the products that I wish I would have had back then that would have really made my life a whole lot easier, and I think he would have really appreciated. So I would say if you are expecting, or if you have a really tiny little one and want to make sure that they are staying upright or they're not spending too much time on the back of their head, this might be a really great product to explore. Okay, speaking of sitting up in an assisted manner, I wish I would have had the, let me read this correctly, the Fisher-Price Sit Me Up floor seat. This thing looks really cool. I originally saw this, I think today, yeah, I saw it this morning on Ariel Sharnez's Instagram. She is something Navy on Instagram, and she had a baby not too long ago, and she was Instagram storying her newest little one, and I think her daughter's about 2 months old now, and her daughter was sitting in this little like chair seat contraption, and I immediately was like, what is that? I need that in my life. And I looked it up on BinxyBaby, and it is the Fisher-Price Sit Me Up floor seat, and it looks amazing. The age range is about 2 months to 8 months, and it's just another contraption that you can use to assist your baby in an upright position, but they get an opportunity to just not be on their back all the time. And when / if we have another one, that is definitely gonna be something that I purchase. Okay, I've talked about this product before. I love it so much, the DockATot. I got it when Hugo was around 3 months old, and I don't know why. I mean, I made a video all about the products that I wish I would have put on my baby registry, and definitely check that video out. I think that it actually goes hand in hand with this video quite well, but I will never understand why I didn't register for the DockATot because it has been so fantastic. I wish I would have had it from the get-go. I think maybe it would have helped with Hugo's naps. It might have helped. It might have been a really great option. I know Hugo didn't love his bassinet, he didn't love his rock and play, and he didn't love his swing. So maybe he would have liked his DockATot. I don't know. It would have been worth trying. And even if he didn't like to sleep in it, it would have been nice to put him down in it if I needed to fold laundry or do something versus putting him down on the floor mat. I just think it would have been a really great tool to have earlier on in his life. Speaking of products that I have talked about before, the Shop Binxy little baby sling that you can put in a shopping cart. And unfortunately, when I got it, Hugo was just on the cusp of being able to really like push himself up and roll over. So I only really got to use it for a pretty short period of time, but I wish I would have had it from the get-go. Amazing, almost like a little hammock that goes in a shopping cart, and it clips to both sides. You can put baby in it, and it is revolutionary. It's so fantastic. I remember thinking when Hugo was little, like, how do you go grocery shopping with an infant? I guess you wear them, and I did wear Hugo a lot, but using the Shop Binxy would have just made life so much easier. So again, highly recommend the Shop Binxy. I wanted to talk a little bit about floor mats. We have the Fisher-Price Jonathan Adler sensory mat, and I really love it. Hugo has always really loved it. That being said, I do wish that we would have had, and again, I'm reading off my phone so that I read it correctly, the Skip Hop Silver Lining Activity Gym. I love this activity gym because it has a bunch of different like padded, they almost look like clouds. So it's possible for you to put baby on their belly and have them be up on a bit of an incline, as well as putting them on their back and again having them on a little bit of an incline. And the Jonathan Adler mat just comes with almost looks like a neck pillow. It comes with that, but it vibrates, which is a little bit annoying. And if you don't have the vibration setting on, it's still just a little bit clunky. And every time we put Hugo on it, he would tend to slide right off. And I just think it didn't provide enough support, not just for his head and neck, but for his shoulders and upper back as well. And that's what I see in the Skip Hop Silver Lining Activity Gym, is just more surface area for baby, so that baby can be on an incline, but you don't have to worry about baby rolling off or falling off of that padding. So this is definitely one that, I don't know, looking back, it's hard. It's hard because I really love the Fisher-Price Jonathan Adler Sensory Gym, but looking back now, I do wish I would have had the Skip Hop Activity Gym, because I think it would have just been better for, especially like tummy time and that development, especially since we had a lot of gas problems with Hugo when he was 0 to 3 months old. I think it may have been a better option for us. Okay, so like I mentioned, Hugo hated his swing. He hated it so much, and he would normally only go in it for about 60 seconds before screaming. I can't remember exactly which swing we had, but I'll post a photo of it. The swing that we registered for, and I mean, I wish I would have known better, but the swing we registered for only swung side to side. Wish I would have had a swing, especially now in this day and age where there are swings and play mats and activity gyms, and I mean, there's something for everyone out there. I wish I would have registered for or purchased myself one of the swings that moves in more than one direction. And the one specifically that I wish I would have registered for is the 4Moms mamaRoo 4 Classic Seat. So this is a swing that moves in 5 different directions. It moves like in the classic side to side way. It also, I believe, moves forward and back. It has a setting that simulates a car, like a car ride. So it sort of swivels in like a figure 8. I mean, there's no guarantee that Hugo would have enjoyed that, but at least we would have had more options. And you know, it's in the past now, so like, what can we do? But I look back and I think like, ugh, if we had had a swing that had more than one setting, like would we have been able to find a setting that Hugo enjoyed or liked? Because he did, he loved being in his car seat and loved being in the car as an infant. So had we had a swing that could simulate that, like would we have found something that he enjoyed, thus maybe increasing the amount of naps he took or sleep? I mean, it's all like me guessing, but that is something that I wish I would have had for him when he was 0 to 3 months. That's everything, guys. Those are all the products. I'm gonna list them down below in case you're interested. As I was reading through a lot of these, you know, I'm thinking getting ideas for baby number 2 when that eventually happens. I think that some of these are things that we will definitely have to invest in now, having, you know, done it as a first-time mom. These are definitely things that just, I think, would make life a little bit easier. Every baby's different, so who's to say, but these are things that definitely would have made our 0 to 3 month experience, I think, at least a little bit easier. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will talk to y'all really soon. Bye, guys.